Hello, my loves. We are doing one more unboxing together today on the date that I'm recording this. And this is a purchase that I made because I have a wonderful new tarot student, and we are exploring an oracle deck that I have not worked with yet. And I actually don't really know anything about it. So I'm very, very intrigued to see what this deck is and how it's going to work with tarot in a mentorship journey. So I figured I would share the unboxing on the channel in case it's been one that you've been on the fence about or you're not sure about purchasing. I believe it was around $21 to $25 on Amazon. I will put the link to this to the deck in the description box down below. But it's an astrology oracle deck. And how I'm going to be using it is complementary and as a clarifier to the structure of tarot. So we're going to see the personality of this deck, but the description says, "Let the radiant sun guide your life. The powerful orb of the life-giving sun has been worshipped from time immemorial. Its regular passage across the sky was used by the ancients to predict events, and this became the astrology we know today. Now, with this beautifully illustrated deck, you too can follow the sun's path across the heavens and use its light to help guide your life. The oracle has 7 suits. Each represents a significant planet as it moves through the astrological zodiac. By shuffling the deck and selecting cards, you will find guidance on any question. This fun-to-use system will shed light on all your life issues. 84 stunning and symbolic cards, 144-page illustrated guidebook, and it says accurate and perceptive readings. The retail price on here is $29.99, but I don't believe I paid that much. I think it was $25 or $21. And it is published by Red Feather Publishing. This is what it looks like. I like that the artwork is going to mirror very closely traditional Rider-Waite artwork and symbolism, because I think it will then complement a traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck very well. So we're going to take the plastic off this bad boy. So funny, I just unboxed an indie deck, and can I just say that the lack of plastic wrapping on indie decks is one of my favorite things. I mean, I understand with mass produced, you know, we've got to protect it and etc., but it's really nice to not have to deal with all that in the indie decks. So, okay, comes in a nice sturdy box, and there's, of course, that little piece here to pull the deck out. There is the back, in case you want to take a look at that. It's very shiny, white inside. Oh, there's, oh, I hate it when they divide that in half, because then if you have, but I do love the backing, because then if you have to travel or whatever, it makes it difficult to use the box the way it is, or I don't know, I don't love that. But anyhow, here is the size. Now, this is definitely a smaller size than traditional Rider-Waite Smith. So here's a traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck, and I like this. This will make clarifying very, very simple and easy. So it comes like this. We will dive into that in a moment. Let's take a look at the guidebook. So the guidebook is by Caroline Smith and John Astrup, as is the deck. There's the cover. So definitely a meaty deck. Let's see, what do we have? 143 pages. There are deck spreads based on astrological associations and placements at the end. So there's some examples, and it looks like she kind of, or they break it down so you can see and understand what's coming through. Now, when it comes to, let me just see, at the beginning, she has an introduction. Oh, that's so cool. An old English little intro there. Then she has an introduction space. Understanding symbols, the language of astrology, reading the associations. That's really nice. The 7 planets are listed as well. The astrological houses. The 12 signs are listed. And then she talks about the oracle cards and specific shaping within them and what they represent. And then she moves into the first association here with the sun. So remember, there's 7 suits, I believe she said, or they said. So this sounds pretty thorough. This is good. So I do think you can work with this and be able to work with your deck and not be totally confused if you don't have, you know, a really strong understanding of astrology. Now, I have an understanding of astrology in order to read my tarot deck and your big 3 in your chart. But outside of that, I am actually not very well read in astrology. So this will be a fun deck for me to study. So thank you to my student. You caused me to purchase a deck I never would have purchased on my own. So then we have card representation, the astrological associations, and then it looks like a section with the meanings. Nice. So it says the personal aspect and then events. So nice. Now, of course, I'm going to read this more as a traditional oracle deck. So that will be interesting to see how this unfurls. Okay, let's talk about, it's definitely shiny. There isn't any edging. Let's start with the sun. Let's start at the beginning. It is going to be a thicker deck for sure. Oh. Okay, so the cardstock is like that shiny, kind of thicker cardstock. But it feels like it's well laminated, so I think it will stand up to some, okay, I'm really down for this artwork. Insofar as it's got that kind of old English vibe, and I don't have a lot of decks like this. I like that we have a keyword at the bottom with the astrological symbols. And then, of course, remember we saw the shape of the kind of framing within the card. So this is the sun. You know what? It's kind of making me want to pull out. Remember that oracle of, no, that tarot deck, that Egyptian tarot deck that I purchased from Scarabeo that I wasn't very impressed with? I actually think working with this deck with that they might live well together. They might harmonize well. I'll have to wait till I get that out of storage, but so far I like the artwork. I like the keyword. You could read this just like Earthbound Oracle if you wanted to, without even referencing the guidebook if you wanted to. I think you could very easily make it that kind of quick, snap, clarifying oracle deck. Really easily. So yeah, I like the artwork for the size and the shape of this, and for what I personally will be using it for. I do like this. And it has kind of a, like, I feel like its personality is like, oh, let's talk, you know, let's hang out. So this looks like, I did a face mask last night and got some of it stuck in my hair. It's always fun. Okay, so we are moving through the moon now with that shape. I like the shape thing of the border. That's actually going to help me to remember. Very smart idea on the deck creator's part. Kudos to you guys for that. Oh, look at this one. Power. Yeah, I like this. I'm kind of like pleasantly surprised. I'm actually a little bit smitten. I was not expecting to like this. This is not my usual artwork. Oh, I love this one. Independence there. Set Mott. We're still in the first pile, guys, just so you know. So this is a larger deck. I think I'm going to take that insert out. Oh, look at that. Little Taurus vibes there. I do think I'm going to take that little insert out. Intuition. Oh, that's awesome drama. Whole Leo energy there. Oh yeah, this, you know what? Yeah, this is going to clarify tarot really well. Actually, This can clarify tarot really, really well. And I don't even think you have to be, like I said, you don't have to be proficient in understanding reading birth charts or even astrology as a whole to be able to work with this as an oracle deck. And I think it's a great option to kind of like learn as you go, right? It's like a learn as you go situation. Okay, so we were in Mercury and now we are in Venus. I apologize, I missed that. The line through was Mercury and now we are in Venus. Isn't like a little romance? Oh, flattery. Birth. Affair. See, this will clarify more divinatory readings very well. Discrimination there. Okay, now we're moving on to the second pile. We're still in the Venus suit. Secrets. Flirtation. Convention. Detachment. That's so interesting. I love that that's part of the suit for Venus. That detachment card. Submission. Okay, so now we move into Mars. Yes, now we are in Mars. Impulsiveness. Defense. Ooh, decision. Quarrel. Boy, you could use this in spell working as well. Egotism. Like, this could be really, this could really be an assistant in visualization on an altar. Criticism. Choice. Revenge. Domination. Authority. Rebellion. Escape. And then we move into Jupiter, I believe. Yes, Jupiter. Enterprise. I'm a Sagittarius rising, so I have a little tattoo for Jupiter because I do feel the energy of Jupiter in my life. Speculation. Publicity. Actually, let me see, what was the Taurus connection to? Status was the Taurus connection to that. So I should say, you see the planetary symbol and then the astrological sign here as it's moving through there. So I'm figuring it out as I go with you guys. Oh, manipulation. This reminds me of Crowley. Principle. Control. Incidentally, this deck matches my nails perfectly. This is my last summer color, and then we're moving into dark and moody underworld vibes. Okay, ooh, seduction. Okay, so now we move into the last of the suits, and this is Saturn. Risk. Also have a tattoo for Saturn on my hand as well, because hey, man, we all need that teacher even when the teaching is quite strict, unrelenting, a harsh taskmaster. Isolation. It's an ostentation when it's in Taurus. Interesting. Devotion. I mean, this is also a deck you could use to get to know yourself and where you are in your journey. You know, one of the most powerful teachings that was handed down to me in shamanic training was to work with the medicine wheel every day and to tap into, here we go, final card in the deck here, loss. Saturn in Pisces. I'll come back to that story in a moment. I just want to share. So it is a thicker deck. I do like, it's smaller though. As I said, it fits well in the hands. I don't mind the cardstock. It doesn't feel so slippery that it's going to slide all over on my altar space. I like this. I'm into this deck. I'm excited to work with it. But I wanted to go back just one moment to say a way that you could work with this deck if you're drawn to purchase it or if you already have it in your collection. A teaching that was handed down to me that was very much, it was very powerful for me, and I still work with it to this day, is to live the medicine wheel. So in the morning, to feel into where in the medicine wheel am I today? What quadrant am I in? What grandmother within the wheel am I connected to? Then taking that to a witchcraft perspective, I like to marry it to the elements as well. So what element am I moving through? What am I exploring within that theme? How can I be present for my body, my energy, my ka within the day as I walk that wheel? And I think a deck like this can also, you could work with that astrologically in the same way that I work with the medicine wheel for that. You could work with this from an astrological perspective, you know, what house, what planet, what astrological sign, where am I today? And how do I best engage and show up with that energy? Be present to that, be with the lesson of it instead of try to fight it. I think this is a deck that you could work with that very easily for. So I'm very happy with my purchase. I'm excited to get to know it. Actually, I want to thank the student who we are sharing this journey with, because this is not a deck I would have purchased on my own at all. And I'm actually quite smitten. So let's just do a pull together here. And we're going to reference the guidebook with this, because as I said, I'm not proficient in astrology. I don't teach astrology. I teach it in conjunction with the tarot, but I don't teach astrology. So we are going to tap into the guidebook for the meaning, but here's the card collectively for us. Submission. So let's see what we get here. So this is Venus in Pisces. Okay. So I'm not going to read the entire thing here, but let's go to, all right, here we go. Often when this card is drawn, it indicates a social shyness that leads to isolation and romantic frustration. This in turn may cause feelings of martyrdom and become sublimated into religious or spiritual expression. For some people, though, it can represent a genuine love of solitude and quiet. So, is this a day for you to be in a space of solitude and quiet with yourself? Or is it a day for you to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and connect socially with others? This is something to reflect upon, as this is our communal pull from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. I'm really excited to work with this one, guys, and I will have a full review as soon as I know the personality of the deck. I am sending you all, as always, oceans of love, and I will, of course, see you in the next video. Take care.